If you are a UAE resident thinking about going to Albania, think again. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a very different video. Now, if you have been to my channel, you know that I travel to beautiful destinations and make videos about what those destinations have to offer and what can travelers expect. I was pretty much hoping to do the same with Albania. Now, I'm making this video after the fact, which means I'm not being led by emotions. It's been already 2 days, so I had time to sit down and process things in my mind and find a rational way to think about it. And thus, I'm making this video. Albania declared recently that for all UAE residents, they can have visa on arrival. Based on that information, I booked a ticket with Wizz Air and I traveled to Albania to discover what it had to offer. However, when I reached there, to my surprise, the immigration refuses to let me in. Now, the title of the video is Albania is a Trap, and that is definitely true for UAE residents, because what you need to know is not everyone gets into Albania coming from the UAE. Whether it's residence visa, whatever. Anyway, the immigration officer tried to tell me that I need a specific kind of visa, the golden visa. And for those of you who don't know what the golden visa is, the UAE made a very specific category called the golden visa, which they issue for very high skilled professionals, such as doctors, scientists, etc. So I'm telling him that, hey, this was not declared and nobody told us anything about this. As per your immigration law, UAE residents, as long as their residency is valid more than 6 months, they will be granted visa on arrival. So he's saying, no, that's not true. What do you mean that's not true? Because other people were granted entry. Anyway, at that point, I realized that I was being profiled. There's nothing wrong with that. Every immigration in the world has the right to profile people based on a category that they're looking for or criteria, whatever. Anyway, however, when they profile people, they need to investigate and then they need to make a decision based on that investigation. That is not what happened here. I was profiled and that's it. The decision was made that I was not going to be granted entry. So I said, why? I mean, I've been to other places. When I know the requirements, I expect to get in. And otherwise, give me a reason. No, go sit there. I'm sorry, what do you mean go sit there? What are my options? Can I apply for a visa now? Since, apparently you're asking for a visa that I don't even need. Okay, no, you cannot. Okay, do you have Schengen? I do have 2 Schengens, but they're expired. I mean, at this point, I realized that I was talking to a wall, really. So, anyway, my point is, I was profiled, and based on that, I was just denied. I was not interrogated. I was not asked any questions. I was just denied, period. No chance whatsoever. So, for those of you who live in the UAE and think that you will just book a ticket and travel to Albania, sorry to break the news to you, but that's not going to be the case. It's a 50-50 chance for everybody. Because, okay, families, maybe. Some families were denied right in front of me. A Pakistani family was denied entry. Just like that. They tried to argue and whatnot. Nobody speaks there. They don't talk to you. They don't tell you anything. Just like that. So, when a country declares that it's open for tourism for a certain category, they either follow that category or they don't declare it. Let me take Georgia as an example. Georgia declared that it will be, visa on arrival for UAE residents. I traveled there, I was expecting to get in, I got in, period. If you have requirements, declare them. Otherwise, you're just fooling people. You're trapping people into booking a ticket, booking hotels, and at the end of the day, they end up losing all that money and they end up just coming back. And it was the worst hassle I've faced. Because first of all, they try to treat you like you are a criminal, which I instantly stopped. because he started disrespecting me. It's like, sorry, excuse me. I'm not a criminal. Do not treat me like one. Tell me what's going on. If you're not gonna let me in, send me back, period. But to disrespect me or anything, it doesn't work like that. Anywhere, I don't care. I've been around, I traveled to countries where just to get in was very difficult and they still treated you with respect. I mean, I've been to Germany, I've been to Switzerland, I've been to Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, US. I've been around enough to know how to be treated. Anyway, so my fellow UAE residents, just cross Albania off your list, otherwise get a visa to Albania. And even if you get a visa, there was a person with me, because it wasn't just me. It was 9 people who got rejected, who got denied entry. I was one of them. There were 2 Indians, 1 Filipino, and 4 Egyptians. So based on what? I don't know. Other people go in, other people don't. Some people have a normal, UAE visa. Not golden visa, not nothing. They don't profile them based on, I don't know, it's a good looking girl. They just let her in. For me, I was well dressed, I was well presentable. Nope. And I could not accept that. If you're thinking about going to Albania, don't. There are better options. There's Georgia with plenty of things to see. I already made 3 videos about Georgia. You can find them up here. Yeah, there's Georgia, there's Azerbaijan, there's plenty of other places to visit. Albania still does not know what it wants to do when it comes to UAE residents. So, yeah, I think they still need about 6 months to 1 year to figure out what the hell they want to do before, because at the end of the day, if you declare that you're going to let people in and give them visa on arrival, and you fail to do that, you're just... you're scamming people, you're fooling people, and that's not the way to go. Honestly speaking, that's very wrong, and I don't see myself going back there, honestly. I mean, the country did look beautiful. I was planning to go for a hike, I was planning to visit Valbona and Thet, but their immigration just failed, epically, really. Well, it was a big fail because they're not ready. They thought they were ready to welcome people, but they're not. They don't know. They contradict each other. One person is saying one thing, the other person is saying another thing. And when I started talking, 7 officers surrounded me, and I was speaking with respect, but firmly. I was very assertive, and they were just looking at me like, oh my God, what is he saying? Guys, avoid Albania at all costs, really, because 50% chance you will get denied entry. This UAE visa, UAE residency and visa on arrival is bogus. Anyway, just wanted to share that thought with you guys. I hope this comes in handy, and I hope you learn from my lesson, because I can't really call it a mistake because I was misled. They mislead people. They give you an information, and you go based on that information, and then you realize that, hey, they made shit up. They made things up, and there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I hope this comes in handy, and I hope this makes you think twice before booking that ticket with Wizz Air. Yeah, that is it for this video, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next travel video, hopefully, if I don't get denied entry again. See you guys on the next one. Peace.